Hi, my name is Wendy Zelmer. I've been a massage therapist since 1991 and a certified laser and light therapist since 2012. I battled with a 8-year sinus infection and I was able to eliminate it with light therapy. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that. So first of all, I suffered with a sinus infection for 8 years. I went to my doctor. She gave me several prescriptions that did nothing for me. Then she sent me for a series of imaging, and then I met up with a specialist. Now, he recommended that I get surgery. Very little hope that it would eliminate my infection. I just thought to myself, it didn't make sense at that point to get surgery. So I just tried to eliminate my infection on my own. Nothing worked, and I tried so many things. And then in 2012, light therapy came across my path. When I first started using the light therapy device, I wasn't even thinking that it was going to help me with my sinuses. What I started using it on was my adrenals and my lymphatic system, because I knew that I had been in a state of chronic stress for a long time. I knew that an infection in your body for 8 years puts an enormous amount of stress on your body, but it can also really back up the lymphatic system. I just worked on getting my lymphatic system healthy and also repairing my adrenals and reducing inflammation on a cellular level. First phase of your sinus treatment is going to be focusing on lymphatic drainage. We are going to be using your light therapy device on 5 main areas for lymphatic drainage and also adrenal healing. Number 1 placement is your tailbone. You will always want to have your device direct on the skin. Second and third placement is your adrenals. Now, how you can find your adrenals is draw an imaginary line from your belly button all the way to your spine. You'll see number 2, number 3 placement, that is your adrenals. Moving on to placement number 4, which is the sternum area right in between the breast, that little dipped area between the middle of the breast area. And placement number 5 is the occipital ridge. You'll feel a little indent at the back of your head. That is your occipital ridge area. I didn't really know all the things I could use light therapy for because I had no training in light therapy. At the end of November, I attended a professional certification training program for light therapy, class 2 and class 3 devices. And from there, that's where I really learned about the placements for sinus infection on the face and on the neck and the back of the head. So at that point in time, which was 2 months after I'd been using my light therapy device on my lymphatic drainage area and on my adrenals, I did notice that my sinus infection was almost completely gone, but I could, of course, still feel the pressure on my face. I used my BioFlex system, which is a pad system, and I placed it exactly on the areas that they trained us to place it on, but also the computer system had a protocol that I used on my face, on the back of my head, and on my eustachian tubes. Back in 2012, this is the home device I had, and I used this for 2 months before I purchased my professional device. But one pad was red and one pad was near infrared. So I would put the red pad on one placement for 6 minutes, and then I would go over that exact placement with the near infrared. And so I was working on one area for 12 minutes. Now you can see in the picture how much of the facial area you need to cover. And so you're so lucky to have the option now of a silicone face mask that can do the entire face in a 10-minute treatment. Now, if you're going to be using the silicone mask, you can see that by putting the mask on, all the areas for the sinus is going to be covered plus more. The treatment with the OmniLux silicone mask is 10 minutes. You could treat your face for longer if you want, but I highly recommend starting out with 10 minutes. The next day, you can increase it to 15 if you'd like. Next day, increase it a little bit more. But if you plan on increasing your time, just do it slowly. So you're so lucky to have the option of a silicone mask because it straps onto the face. It's really comfortable. Your whole face and sinus area is getting covered in 10 minutes. And then, of course, you'll want to look at the neck and the décolleté. Now, this is amazing for the eustachian tube area, and then this hangs down onto the chest area. You can use this device for lymphatic drainage placements and also on your adrenals. They both run on battery. This is the little battery pack, and they run for 10 minutes and then they turn themselves off. So if you're able to, I would highly recommend getting, at the very least, a silicone face mask, because to treat your sinuses and also the lymphatic drainage area, this is going to be such a wonderful option. It has the red diodes and the near infrared diodes. Instead of going back and forth like I was doing, you have both diodes built into one right here on both the devices. Some clients don't follow all the recommendations that I'm giving, and those clients a year into using light therapy to eliminate sinus infection are still battling with their infection. So important to follow the directions that I'm going to give you, because it's just like if somebody gave you a recipe to make a cake. If you decided to not put flour in, your recipe is not going to turn out. First of all, the most important thing is to use your device on the lymphatic system and the adrenals. How long do you put your device on each spot? Minimum 5 minutes, but you could treat each area for longer if you want to. When I'm treating clients in clinic, I will use the red pad for 6 minutes and then the near infrared for 6 minutes. But what's really nice about the device I'm recommending is it has red and near infrared built into it, so you're not constantly switching pads. You're not changing from one pad to the other. This device was made over 10 years ago. It is older technology. And what I like about this device is it's newer technology. How long do you want to treat each placement for? For minimum 5 minutes, but you can treat for longer if you would like. If you have a different pad system, then you've got to read your manual and what are they saying is okay for you to use your device on your body as far as time goes. I have worked with over 20 different home light therapy devices, and they have all been pad systems, and it's all been safe to put that pad system on these placements for longer than 5 minutes. But I always like to be cautious and have you refer to your user manual. So when you're doing the lymphatic drainage and the adrenals, this is very important that you do that treatment in a quiet state, meaning you're not reading, you're not watching TV, you're not talking on the phone, your phone is off as far as notifications go, because you're not just using a light therapy device on the lymphatic drainage system. What you're doing is you're putting your body, your nervous system, in a state of stillness and quietness. So that actually increases the restorative process of your body. Now, if you want to do your treatment while you're watching the news and while you're texting and talking on the phone, you're probably only going to get about 10% of the benefit. So that means it's going to take so much longer for you to recover from your sinus infection. What I would recommend for you is for your first 7 days, and treat your body 7 days in a row, you're going to focus on the lymphatic system and the adrenals, exactly what I showed you in the video. Then on the 8th day, you're going to do your lymphatic system and your adrenals, and then you're going to add in your silicone face mask. if it's possible for you to get a silicone face mask, that is going to be the ultimate. And the one that I'm recommending is the OmniLux. And the reason why is because this product is made with medical grade diodes. They started out making professional devices, and then they moved into the home device industry. And I really love this device, how it's so soft, it's so flexible, and how nicely it fits the face. Now, as far as placements, when you're wanting to treat your face for a sinus infection, you're going to be treating over the eyebrows, in the middle of the eyebrows, basically your whole forehead. You want to treat the temples. Of course, you want to treat down into the sinus area, and really treating down the cheek and into the eustachian tube area is very, very important. If you're coming to me in clinic and I was treating you for a sinus infection, that is exactly where I would treat you. But if you were coming to me in clinic, I would just say, buy this device and use it. So you can see that when you put the silicone mask on, you are getting complete coverage. The mask does come with Velcro straps, so you just strap it onto your face and then you can walk around with it if you want to. The device is battery operated, and the device will run for 10 minutes. When you first start treating your face with the silicone mask, I recommend your first treatment 10 minutes. If you're fine with the 10 minutes, the next day you could increase your treatment time to 15 minutes. With that, you could increase your time to 20 minutes. Now, it's not necessary to be treating for 20 minutes. I like the idea of treating the face for 15 minutes minimum. And what I would do is be treating the face for 3 days in a row, and then every second day for a minimum of 15 treatments. Spoiler alert, there is no fast way to eliminate your sinus infection. You are going to need to be patient and be consistently treating your lymphatic system, your adrenals, and your face with your light therapy device. And I would love to say to you that you can do this treatment and in a month your problem is going to be gone. It depends on your body, on your health, the device that you have. It depends how long have you been dealing with this chronic issue. And those are all things that play a part in how long it's going to take you to eliminate your sinus infection. So for me, it took 4 months before I could say, hey, I know for a fact this infection's gone, and you know what? It's never come back. So those 4 months were really worth it for me, because I have lived for the last 10 years without being bothered with a sinus infection. And so when you're doing your light therapy treatments, remember to be patient. Remember that it's not going to be an overnight miracle success. If you stick with it, there's going to be a cumulative healing effect within the sinus cavity. And in my opinion, it's a very minimal amount of time. So to recap on what it is that I am recommending for you to do, your lymphatic drainage areas and your adrenals 7 days in a row. Each placement will be minimum 5 minutes, but it can be longer. The device that I'm recommending is the neck and décolleté device from the OmniLux. The reason I like this device so much is because it's a soft silicone, it fits on the body so nicely, and the diodes are a medical grade. And what I really like about this device is when you want to start treating the eustachian tubes, you're going to be able to strap this around your neck and treat your eustachian tubes. You can walk around the house with the device on because it is battery operated. So for lymphatic and the adrenals and the eustachian tubes, the neck and décolleté pad is the device I recommend. And after the 7 days is complete, then you want to continue doing lymphatic drainage and your adrenals, but then add in the silicone face mask, and that's where we're going to start treating the actual sinus areas. You're going to treat your sinus area for 3 days in a row, and then every second day. It won't be harmful if you treat yourself every day, but minimum every second day. Now, of course, you do not need to buy the device that I'm recommending. If you already have a pad system, use that and see what happens. If you have any questions with your treatments or about your treatments, just post them below. I have a free course coming out on how to use light therapy and maximize your results from it. And if you want to sign up for that free course, then just click the link below this video and you'll be put on a waiting list. When the course is available, it'll be emailed out to you. The link you see below this video for the OmniLux device, it is an affiliate link, and there is also a coupon code. So if you use the coupon code, then you will save 10% on your purchase. The device has a 2-year manufacturer warranty, and I'll tell you that my clients have been having great success with this device, and it just fits the face so nicely. I wish that I would have had this device back in 2012, and if I did have it, I do believe I would have been able to eliminate my sinus infection faster, but that's okay. You have the opportunity to get these devices and use them now and accelerate your restorative process in your body. My hope for you is that you will do the treatment the way I've recommended and that you will have great success, because a sinus infection is something that you should take very seriously. If you have any questions about the treatment, please leave your question below, and I just want to say good luck. I hope you sign up for my free course, and please post any questions below. Until I see you on the next video, keep your bright light shining. The world needs it now more than ever.